Welcome back to the blog, episode 7 I think we're on now. Today's job is to put the exhaust manifold on, and what else? That'll be about it really. Maybe sort of look at some steady bushes and that sort of stuff. Steady bars, bushes at the far side that are a bit knackered. We'll see how it goes. Here's the exhaust, freshly painted. You can see that alright. It's had a couple of days to dry, and it's had some few coats of paint this morning. It's sat in front of the heater for a while to dry it all off. So we're going to stick that on next. But before I do that, I'll show you the bit on the alloy remote where I had to chop a load off just to get it all to fit. Right, this is the side of the alloy remote extension. You can see there I've had to file quite a lot off it to get the exhaust manifold to fit. If I can get my finger in there, that little black dot there is where I've just started to go all the way through to the, I don't know what you call it, the cavity, the space inside, just there. The rest has had quite a few mil off. That bit at the back's had a lot off as well. And it was just a case of try it, angle grind it, and I think hopefully I've just got enough room now to get the clamps on. It's going to be very tight, but we'll see how we go on. The space in between the two downpipes is slightly different as well. If I can pan down, no, that's the wrong way, down to the Y piece that's there, the gap in the middle there is, well, it's obviously fixed, but it's less than the gap of the two downpipes when they're in position. So there's going to be a bit of manoeuvring going on. So it's going to be fun, and it's usually a two-person job to put the exhaust on, but I'm on my own again, so I shall go and get some help when I need that bit lifting on, because we'll have to lift it on at the back and slide it on at the front all at the same time to get it to line up, which is always fun. There we go, manifold's in at last. It took a bit of manoeuvring to get it in there. As you can see, it is really close to the back, to that tape that I put on, so it's obviously going to get quite warm, which is definitely worthwhile putting that heat wrap on. It's still itching like hell as well. I mean, I can't move the engine forward anymore because I've got millimetres of room here, so it is really tight. And I think probably the engine needs to go back a little bit as well, because it's not fastened on the steady bushes at the moment and the steady bars. So I've only got, well, there's not much engine movement in there because of the remote, but yeah, I've only got a couple of mil to play with down the back of there. So what I'll do next is I'll put the two lambda probes in and then look at joining the exhaust to the wide piece underneath. Right, so the problem with the engine steady this side is it doesn't line up. There's a gap there, it's not going to angle across because I had to re-weld the bracket at this end down there, and obviously the original one had a bit of a bend on it or something like that I didn't account for when I chopped it up to make it fit the 8-port head. So I'm probably going to try and bend it in here somehow, put it in the vise and massage it with a very big hammer and see if I can put a bend in it so it goes across there. If the worst happens and it snaps the welds, then I'll just have to re-weld it or something like that, but as it is, it's not going to quite line up. I'll fiddle about with it and see how it'll come on. Right, adjustment completed. Record. Adjustment completed with a big hammer in the vise, and as you look at it now, it will just about go across to where it needs to be. It's got a little bit of a bend in it, and it shouldn't put too much stress on the other end down back under here. It did chew up really bad last time, so perhaps it wasn't aligned that well anyway. I just never noticed, but it's going to be better than it was anyway.